Hello guys from Plant Reviews. Today is the 23rd of June, and we'll talk about one of my favorite fragrant plant, that is the Trachelospermum jasminoides, also known as Star Jasmine or Confederate Jasmine. This is a flowering plant in the family Apocynaceae, and it is actually not a jasmine at all. It's very distantly related to jasmine, and is quite closely related to periwinkles, oleanders, and plumerias, but most of all to another plant that is very common in southern Europe, the dogbane of the genus Apocynum. Indeed, it belongs to the same tribe, Apocinae, and well, the dogbane is very famous for being a very toxic plant. This one, the Trachelospermum, I didn't find any information about possible toxicity, but obviously if you have kids or pets, this is a plant that really I would be very careful to put in the garden just in case, because of the quite close relationship with toxic plants. The plant is a climber, is a twining vine that is distributed in the wild in southeastern Asia, in Japan, Korea, and Vietnam and China. This climber, it is characterized by very beautiful opposite leaves, very green, as you can see, very shiny. Kind of resembles vaguely the gardenia leaves, and indeed is an evergreen as well. Do not be confused by these other leaves. These are the leaves of the Holboelia. There's another Asian species, fragrant, but way more vigorous than the Trachelospermum. The Trachelospermum jasminoides is a very vigorous climber, but I think the Holboelia is a way more vigorous indeed. As you can see, it actually managed to cover almost all of the plant. The Dengled still managed to flower. These are the leaves of the Trachelospermum jasminoides. As you can see, very beautiful leaves, very shiny, and they actually are darker than the Holboelia, as you can see, and also the shape is different. They have a kind of a more rounder shape in addition to be shiner, while Holboelia, as you can see, is a kind of more opaque, and the leaf is more pointy. Not to talk about the fact that the leaf in Holboelia is bigger. The leaves, they are opposite, as you can see. They are borne on opposite sides of the stem, and they can grow up to 10 centimeters long and about 4 or 5 centimeters wide. This is an evergreen plant, so it's absolutely a great plant to have for an evergreen fence. However, the Trachelospermum jasminoides, the star jasmine, is mostly known and used for the flowers, because they are born in a profusion of flowers and are very fragrant. The scent is very sweet, and I think that both in the scent notes and the strength of the fragrance, the Trachelospermum jasminoides resembles a lot the pink jasmine, or so-called Chinese jasmine, the Jasminum polyanthum. There are different strains of Trachelospermum jasminoides. The normal species, the common species, is just as white flowers. Mine instead is called Star of Tuscany or Star of Toscana. The flowers are born about cream yellowish, and aging they become more yellow. The plant is however, as another variety, that is a pink variety, and it's a very beautiful one. I recently saw it in a nursery. The plant, as you can see, still managed to bloom in the shade, and actually, as you can see, I have a few blooms here, and you can see from here how actually the flowers of the Trachelospermum jasminoides here in the shade actually made this branch managed to bloom, even if it's completely covered by both the Japanese honeysuckle and the Holboellia, sorry, also called Stauntonia, actually correctly named Stauntonia, Stone coriacea. The plant is a climber that can become very big, can reach up to 12 meters in length, so you have to be very careful in keep it in shape and to avoid the plant overriding other plants, unless obviously, as in my case, you have a Japanese honeysuckle on one side and a Holboellia coriacea, the Stauntonia coriacea on the other side. In this case, the poor Trachelospermum jasminoides will have a very difficult time in overriding other plants, because as you can see, I found two, seems to me, much better competitors for space. However, it is great on a fence if you combine the Trachelospermum jasminoides, that is in evergreen fragrant climbers, with, as you can see, clematises that are not evergreen but deciduous and have big flowers, unlike the small flowers of the Trachelospermum jasminoides, and the clematises, most clematises with big flowers, are not fragrant at all. So in this way you can reach a double effect, to have an evergreen fence that in winter is still green, and in summer has beautiful blooms from the clematises, as well as a beautiful fragrance coming from the Star Jasmine. The Star Jasmine is as I said, is a fragrant plant. However, I noticed that the two most common varieties, well, the white one and the Star Jasmine. The white one, the most common, is very, very similar, as I said, to the Jasminum polyanthum. This one, the Star of Tuscany, is, I think, has a more subtle scent, and it is more citrusy. So overall, I like more the scent of the Star of Tuscany or the Star of Toscana, even if the strength is stronger in the white, in the wild form, the white, the common white Star Jasmine. However, obviously, the strength of the fragrance in my case might also have been affected because I don't have many flowers, as you can see on the plant, while the jasmines usually they bloom in profusion. About the difference between the jasmine and the Trachelospermum jasminoides, well, one are the leaves. The leaves in most jasmine are, especially in the fragrant jasmine, are kind of pinnate. I can show you the difference with the inverlate jasmine officinalis invernate. The leaves of the fragrant jasmines usually have this kind of shape, very elegant, almost ferny-like, as you can see, and the flowers basically open flat. You can see they really are quite flat as a flower, while in the Trachelospermum jasminoides, not only the leaves, as I showed you, are different, they are absolutely not fern-like. You can see they are ovate in shape and very, very shiny as well. But also the flower opens like a pinwheel. I can show you here. And actually in this it resembles its relatives like the oleanders or the frangipani, that also open a kind of a pinwheel shape. As you can see, the flower is not flat at all, but it's like in a 3D dimension, with the petal forming the pinwheel. I think the Star of Tuscany is a particularly fine variety. I like a lot not only the fragrance but also the creamy buttery color with a bright yellow center, as well as the fact that when they age the flowers become really, really bright yellow. Definitely a star. The Star Jasmine can be a star of your garden, and particularly obviously of your fragrant garden. About the cultivation and care of the Star Jasmine, the Star Jasmines, as the true jasmine, loves full sun and well-drained soil. However, as you can see, this plant can take pretty well partial shade and actually not even light shade, because as you can see it's about midday and the shade in this part of the garden is already quite a deep shade. Still, the flowers, as you can see, the plants still manage to bloom. Obviously, the fragrance is affected because I don't have many blooms, so really I think this plant absolutely worth a good spot in your garden. So just plant it in, if you can, in a very sunny position and in a very well drained soil. Obviously, ideally, put it in an area that is quite sheltered, so the winds will not bring away the beautiful fragrance of the plant. And obviously, if you can have the chance to position the plant near the door, the entrance door of your house, or the exit door to the garden, when you open the door or the window, you will smell the beautiful fragrance coming from this plant. This plant is hardy from zone 6 to 11, so it is hardy throughout the UK. However, as I said, in a shelter spot is better for appreciate at its best the beautiful fragrance coming from this plant. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in my next video. And if you liked the video and my other videos, it would be great if you can subscribe to my channel, and this way obviously you will also get notified when when I post new videos. Thank you very much, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.